Hello friends, and welcome back to our second day of our word family book this week. Would you please take out that word family book? And our word family this week is ite, right? Hearing that long vowel I sound, ite. And we know from yesterday that GH makes the I say its name. So we're not hearing the sounds of the G and the H because it's working really hard to make sure we hear that long vowel I sound. IGHT is our ite family. Okay, and before we look at our book, just a little refresher. The first week we learned about the silent E. This is one way that we hear that long vowel sound. This works with all of the vowels. And the examples that we have on this page, the first word is joke. Wave is our second word. And our third word is hide. Right. We're hearing that O, A, and I sound. Three of those words that we talked about last week that don't follow that rule: come, have, and some. They have that silent E, but those are just words that, like we talked about, are just good to memorize because they don't follow the rule. But normally you see the rule being followed. There's just a few that do not follow the rule. Okay, so that was the first week. And then last week, do you remember what we learned about? Right, vowel pairs. Our saying when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. You got it. And we have our two vowels here in our picture. They're walking together. And you can see in these examples, we have the two vowels, two vowels, two vowels, two vowels, and two vowels. They are the the letters in blue. Our two examples. Our first one we wrote about in our book, which was seed, hearing that E sound. And our second example, leaf, hearing that E sound, but we have that A next to it instead of the E. Our other three examples, play, rain, and boat. A-O, hearing those long vowel sounds. Okay, and then this week, ite, hearing that I sound. That's one that I'd have to look up. I'm pretty sure I is the only time that you see GH next to it. IGH. For this week, that's all. We'll be just seeing the I. IGHT. Okay, looking at our book at the cover, let's take out our writing tools. We'll need our pencil, spacebar, and our purple punctuation. Have those next to the cover page. And then for our grade level colors today, we need our kindergarten red, just like every day. First grade orange. We have one fourth grade blue word today. And we have a fifth grade word. It's our ite family word as a fifth grade word today. Okay, so we already have this one out anyways for our purple punctuation, but we have 4 grade level colors that we will be using today. I have all of mine next to me, and I'm ready to look at my front page. Okay, taking a peek if you wrote some ite family words on the cover already, great job. If you haven't, start thinking of maybe one that you can write sometime throughout the week, just to have those thinkings in your head flowing and moving and getting ready for our ite family for the week. Let's read this together. Our word family is ite, right. Ooh, ite, right. Interesting. Okay, let's turn the page. Our first page, yesterday, we wrote the word light. Sentences. It is so dark. We need a light. You drew a picture of someone maybe turning on the light, or maybe you drew a picture of it really dark outside or inside, and somebody searching for a light switch or a flashlight. You were taking your creativity wherever you wanted it to go on this page, and just helping the reader see those details and see the things that aren't written down but could be shown in our picture to help the reader see more of what's going on. So you did that, and make sure that you are reading your 2 sentences twice, just like we've been doing the last 2 weeks to get that practice. You can either do that now or later. Okay, turning the page. First step on a new page is to write the word family at the top. And our word family this week is IT. You got it. I-G-H-T. I-G-H-T. Okay, once you have that written down, you can draw your line across the middle. Okay, we're ready to hear the word for today. So, and I have my color ready to write my first letter. Our word for today is something that usually 2 or more people do, and it's often because of something that one person is mad about. Somebody might get in a with somebody because they're mad at them, or maybe something happened and both people or multiple people are not happy, and so they get in a This can also be something that is a type of sport. People and sometimes they wear punching gloves, or they wear face masks, or they wear mouth guards to protect themselves while they're Are you kind of thinking that I word? Think you might have it? Maybe. Ooh, I think I heard somebody say it. Draw in the air what letter this word starts with. Oh, I think I see it. Okay, you ready? Is that the word or the letter that you were thinking for our word? Right. Our word starts with the letter F. It. We hear that phoneme or that sound at the end, we know is our word family. It. And then that sound or phoneme at the beginning. It. What's our word? Fight. Right. Fight is our word today. It starts with an F. So would you please take your color and write the letter F in front of the it word family? Fight. Okay, we're ready for our sentences. Starting out today, of course, we have our pencil and our spacebar ready. I'm gonna use my gray marker. Our word today that starts off our sentence is I. Kindergarten word, I. Okay. After our spacebar, of course, our next word is was. This is a first grade word, was. Was starts with a W. I was. And then there's 2 more words, or 2 more letters that make up the word was. These 2 letters spell the word as. How do you spell the word as? Do you remember? This is also a first grade word. A-S, right. Was, if you covered the W, you would have the word as. W-A-S. You see the word was, if we cover the W, as. W-A-S, or oops, A-S, as, was. Okay, our next word is a kindergarten word. It's the word in. In. I was in next word, a. I was in a. Do you have a guess at what our next word might be? I was in a fight. You got it. I was in a fight. I'm going to do a horizontal line here. We know how to spell fight because it's at the top of our page. I was in a fight. Give you a second to write that word. It's a little bit longer. I was in a fight. Space bar. Next word, with. I was in a fight with. This is a first grade word. W. I. Hearing that short vowel I sound. With. What two letters make that phoneme, that sound? With. T and H. You got it. With. Spacebar. Fight with my. And then I'm going to draw a line here because I would like you to fill out, who are you in a fight with? Maybe you get in a fight a lot with your brother or your sister, or maybe sometimes with your mom or dad, or with your aunt or uncle, your grandma, grandpa, maybe your best friend, maybe your teacher. You decide who your fight is with. Purple period after the line. And don't forget, if you run out of room, there's always plenty of room on the back. Okay, next word, kindergarten word, we. Spacebar, we. We. Our next word is another first grade word. We have a lot of first grade words in these two sentences today. We are. Ooh, are. We haven't had this word yet. This is are like the word, not are like the letter. We are. No, we talked about this one a lot at Bryant this last year. You think you know what maybe the first letter might be? I'll give you a hint. It is not an R. It's a vowel. An A. A is the first letter in the word are. A. R. R. Ah. Ah. R. I'm trying too hard. A is the first letter in R. What do you think the second letter is going to be? R. There's our R. A-R. Ooh. We need a silent E at the end of that R to finish our three-letter word R. A-R-E. We are, and here comes our fourth grade word, fine. This is a word that follows our silent E strategy or rule, our silent E rule that we talked about on in the first week of our summer videos. What letter do we think it starts with? F, right. I. Right, we hear that long vowel I sound. I. N. N. And then what do we need at the end to make that I say its name? The silent E. Right, you got it. F-I-N-E. We are fine. Last word is a first grade word, now. We are fine now. N, n. N. Ooh, I'm just barely fitting it on. Remember, if you need that extra room, always go to the back. N, ow. There's two letters that make that phoneme, or that letter, or that sound, the word sound. Ow. I think you might know what those two letters are. Ow, ow. O-W, right. N-O-W. Now, purple period, and we are done. I was so close to not being able to fit that on. Thank goodness for the back side. Fine now. Okay, looking for those kindergarten words, underlining with red. Taking your time and really looking because there's a few more words today than normal. Double checking. Good readers, writers, and mathematicians always double check their work to make sure they got everything. They found everything they needed, or computed or solved every math number sentence. Always double checking their work. Okay, I double checked to make sure I found all of my kindergarten words. Let's read them together. I, in, a, my, and we. Right, did you also find those 5 kindergarten words? Great. Okay, next we have a few first grade words to underline. The first one is in my first sentence and it starts with a W. Remember, if we covered it, the W, we'd have the word as, which is also a first grade word. What's that word? Was, right. Was, when you put a W in front of as, it creates the word was. And then our next word is another W word in our first sentence that is a first grade word. Point to that W word that we have not underlined yet in the first sentence. Right. The word is with. With is our second first grade word. Our next word is in the second sentence that we wrote. It's the word that starts with an A, but it sounds like a different letter. Right, the word are, not the letter R, the word are. R-A-R-E. And the very last word in our last sentence starts with an N. Now, right, now is a first grade word as well. Wow, we had 5 kindergarten words and 4 first grade words to underline. Okay, our fourth grade word is that word in our second sentence that follows our silent E pattern. Did you find it? Right, the word is fine. We hear that long vowel I sound, fine. Blue, fourth grade word. Fine. And then we have our fifth grade word, which is our IT family word. What's our IT family word today? Fight. You got it. Fight. Okay. Reading our sentences together. I was in a fight with my You put in who you were in a fight with. We are fine now. It's always good to talk out problems that you're having if you're in a fight with somebody or if you're upset about something, to use your words and talk through the thing that you might be in a fight about. And then at the end, you might be able to say, we are fine now because we were able to talk it out. Okay, for my picture today, I'm going to draw 2 stick figures kind of hugging. It's a little bit harder with stick figures, but I'm going to draw 2 stick figures hugging because they are fine now. That is my choice. You can choose a different picture. Maybe it's the reason you and somebody else is fighting. Maybe your little brother stole your Legos, or maybe your mom told you to clean your room and you didn't like that, or maybe your teacher said that you needed to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor and you didn't like that. You can draw whatever suits your fancy. And make sure to add all those details that you need, like hair color, background, the setting. Where is this picture taking place? Is it in the classroom? Is it in your house? Is it outside? And then I'm going to try and draw those stick figures now. And you can follow along with me or not. I am going to start with the head of my first stick figure. So kind of that small, medium-sized circle in the middle. And then my other person's head's going to be right next to this person. Like they're pressed up, you know, when you hug somebody, usually your faces are close to each other. So I'm going to draw their other head right next to this person's head. Okay, there's my 2 heads. I'm going to draw a body for each person. Line going down, line going down. And then I'm going to draw 2 diagonal lines going opposite directions for each person's legs. Okay, here comes the tricky part. I think for my stick figures, what I'm going to have them do is I'm just going to point their arms in either direction, like pointed both of their arms towards the other person. So starting with this person, I'm going to do straight lines like that. And then this person, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a straight line like that. So it kind of looks like their arms are interlocking. Maybe like they're going in for a hug. Okay, and then I might add some smiley faces. Because they're fine now, they're happy. So those are my 2 people hugging, or just, it looks like they're kind of just about ready to go in for a hug. So you add that detail like I was saying, make sure that the reader is seeing a picture in their head or a movie from the details that you're adding in your story. Okay, nice work everyone. Remember, if you did not get a chance to read these 2 sentences twice, do that now. And if you think of any more IT family words, we have light and fight so far, add them to your cover. I have at least 1 more that I will add on Friday when we do our last IT word, but think of any more while we're doing this and add them to your cover. Okay, I will see you all on, not tomorrow, but on Thursday for our 3rd IT family word. See y'all then. Bye.